singles players out there playing doubles.
Out there, yeah. Good. Thank you, Yvonne. We'll let you go. He's got a busy day along with his two colleagues, Graham Williams, who's here, and of course Jimbo, Hickox, Director of High Performance for Squash Canada, and meanwhile, and Chanel Dayer will serve. So here we have a number 1 and 2 Canadian, and Chanel to serve. Love all, and we're almost into play. Oh, Nick perhaps forgot to sport his glasses, and of course, as we know at international doubles, that is the law. You have to have your eyeglasses, and Nick now bringing those.
Shawn and Delaire versus McHugh and Saxby. Shawn and Delaire to serve.
So this time, Shawn is taking the left side, as we know he's normally a right-hander, and Andrew Schnell is taking the left side. Here we go. And a quick winner. And holding the ball back, and that's where the experience really comes in. One love for the Schnell team.
Hold on a second, fellas.
Time.
All right, one love.
Yes, let.
Yes, let. One love.
And Safi showing how quick he can be with a cat, and he's now developing that down the middle court. Too fast, too quick. 1-0. Another great rally, very quick cutoff. And Michelle showing good coverage. Lots of power generated off Nick Saki's racket, going for crossing, and he kills it.
2-1.
Played absolutely impeccable squash at the Nationals, and I don't think anybody would disagree. Was the dominant player in his winning form at that time. Let's see, he's now in his 43 points, so showing he's really picking it up on the doubles. Let's see if he can maintain that that skill set. Reaching back a little far, and again, as we mentioned, those walls absorb a lot of the energy, so if you're going to reach back and boast, you better make sure you lift it. Not sure which of the two rackets hit that one, but it's still in play. McHugh and Saki getting some very good positioning, and keeping certainly Chanel and nice reach on a wood racket hit. Taking off a little bit of pace. Long ways to go, a little slide. Amazingly quick with their rackets. Really anticipating where the next shot's going to go. Less running and more hitting, no question. Looking for a surprise from the back. Here, clearly saw it. And probably the longest rally of this game so far. And again, a winning shot from Sakvi. That's the third in this game, and that is the reason why, at this point, they're up 3-2.
3-2. 3-2.
McHugh serving. And what a great dive attempt to retrieve. These players are putting it all out there. It's great to see. Of course, a nice ASB floor and all of its support and give if you want to. It's not quite grass at Wimbledon, but it's pretty darn close. And it is something the members of the Squash Moncton Club are certainly enjoying.
Hand up. First server. 4-3.
So 4-3, Sakvi McHugh still lead in this first of 2 games. And right beside me, you may see Eric and another. Thank you. Players are calling it. Had to make very few calls.
5-3.
A lot of honesty on the court. It's great to see.
That was good. Hang on a second. 4-all. Okay, second server.
Reaching from far back, looking for another. Sakvi read it like a book. And really came out
Second
smashing
server.
it.
5-4.
Immediately, no chance. And putting his team in a 5-4 lead. Ball just didn't roll out in the back. And now McHugh playing patiently up. Being worked around the court. And frankly, for these players, fatigue's not going to be an element. The element is the errors or winners. That will what will determine the game, and certainly not fitness. There's that Sakvi power. Undoubtedly the hardest hitter here today. Court. And the air taking the advantage of that loose shot and positioning, and which partly caused the unforced error.
5-all.
We're back at tied at 5-all first game. Excellent squash once again. All of these players, it's fair to say, are getting better, and as they go on, even from earlier today, a lot less unforced errors. Their positioning on the court keeps improving. And tactically, the choice of shots just gets better. So very nice positioning. Perhaps Andrews cross court put him offside, and Dillier couldn't recover. So we'll call them the double rookies, and Nick and Mike in the lead, 6-5. That's the one you don't want to give him because he can be deadly. So Philadelphia, our ball players will relate to that. They'll go, well, what's special about that? We do it all the time. And maybe some of them are thinking, you know what? Love to try a little softball and come and test out my doubles against there. Oh, it nails it. Ball was loose, right in the neck. And at point to Delier and Schnell.
Second server, 6-all.
And just a little adjustment by Nick Sackvey of the headband. Adjust the glasses. Here we go. 6-all.
6-all.
Superb squash, and kids don't want to talk like Don Cherry, but do try doubles. This is part of the game. This is very, very important. Whether you're on the want to be in the Pan Ams, the Commonwealth, you're gonna have to be a doubles player increasingly. You're gonna have to be in there. You know, there's the men's, there's the mix, and it's going to be part of the game. And my bet, if it's for whatever it's worth, Paris, 24 in the Olympics. Odds are just too good. So if you're 17, that makes you 24, and that could put you into the first Olympics. Oh, but don't count these guys out. They certainly will all intend. And no proof better than Shawn, 35 years old, and has been one of the dominant players here today on the doubles court, showing. And he in private talk with him, he's admitted, I am actually enjoying this far more than I had imagined. So there it is. Don't have to run and kill myself so much, and I can use my skills, my shots, my deception, and it all counts. Great rally up here between Sackvey and Schnell. Going up down, now switches it over to the other side. And a little quick cross court, which jammed up. Jammed them up.
8-6.
And if you're going to go cross court, you have to go right into that wall.
8-6.
Can't go down the middle. Your player gets jammed up. Exactly what happened. 8-6. Reach from the back. Yes, Led.
Yes, Matt. 8-6.
This may be a first. We don't intend to be doubles. Refereeing is a little bit less controversial, less easy. Of course, it's nice when you have
9-6.
gentlemen on there, but the announcer and the referee are related. I'll just pause at that. Beautiful shot. Oh, a fantastic cross-court nick by Andrew Schnell. That is one of the finest shots we've seen today.
10-6. Green ball. What's that? Come here. 7-9. Okay. Second server, 7-9.
forehand is synonymous with Andrew Schnell. Sets it up and really crank it. But the courts are very fair, very true. It just hit the floor before, and McHugh slipped it by. And here we are. 10-7. 10-7 game ball. Schnell. Villiers. And Villiers, in fact, getting a little more comfortable with his backhand side. As I mentioned, was playing on the forehand and now seems to have picked up on the backhand side. Nice down the middle. Surprise. Caught Andrew just slightly off guard. 8-10. Big point. Goes without saying. A lot of balls going over to the Sackley side. And now we're back on the McHugh Villiers side. Again, another one of the longest rallies. Of course, at game point, you don't want to... Intensity picks up. And force errors. Villiers and Schnell in a uncustomary position as teammates, along with McHugh and Sackley. Well, if we have a pleasure of your company, we wish certainly to welcome you to this viewership. We had a 250 viewership earlier today, and in the day, perhaps we'll get a little few more tonight. It is we're now going on 6:20 here in the Maritimes, in Squash Moncton or in Moncton, and our camera crew from CBC Radio Canada is completed their filming, and I think they had some live broadcasting through their sports news of our squash. So one of the great advantages that perhaps a smaller community is the media following and getting involved, and is certainly always present and always there, and we certainly are grateful for that, as we are grateful to Squash Canada and to all of the beneficiaries who have allowed us to host these championships. Perhaps a word of welcome and thank you to all of the Road Podium donors for their great support of the high performance in Canada. Without you, obviously, none of this would be possible. Perhaps one day when squash is in the Olympics and funding is more readily available, and as I mentioned, the expectation is for that to happen in 24, and of course that would be an announcement sometimes in 19, sorry, and so perhaps that would open far more funding opportunity. But until then, your support is really so vital and critical to these athletes that we're seeing today in their pursuit of their dreams and the highest level, and of course keeping Canada in the mainstream of top squash around the world. So merci beaucoup à tous les patrons, les donateurs et les supporters du programme de Road to the Podium. Alors merci encore à vous. And we're back into the second game, having regrouped. The ladies are done on the far side. So that may mean that everyone now shift over to court number one for the second game of the men's doubles trials between Andrew Schnell, Shawn Villiers, Nick Sackvey and Mike McHugh. Nice length by Andrew Schnell, and I must tell all the parents, folks, families watching, all great kids. And I shouldn't call them kids; they're adults. But if you're a little older, you still think of them as, you know, the kids. But they are fabulous individuals, all of them. Love to have them here. A little through the legs, not really intentional. I don't think he wants to be doing exhibition squash, but that's where the ball was, and that's what came more naturally. Yes, let.
Just let. One love. And then 1-1.
And this time McHugh fooled him, and now they have a chuckle. Good. That's what you love to see. But back to serious things. Got one moment. Got the bite. I'll explain that in a second. Nice going for the Nick. Almost got it. Now pressure back on McHugh. He steps right up, reads it. The players are now really looking for that forehand, that boast. And this time Delier gets it from the back.
Hand out.
And Sackvey, he knows what he's thinking. Why did I sat back there? I should have moved up the step and covered it. Oh yes, perhaps
3-1.
3-1. And Schnell read that last boast attempt by McHugh. The boys were down in Montreal last week, the whole week in their warm-up, and again, they are reading that, and had a great week of warm-up, and that certainly improved their doubles and certainly improved the flow of the game. So very lot less perhaps contact you might have expected, and also much more fluid. So it makes for far more enjoyment for their play of the game, and of course for us in our watching of the quality of play. And I believe that hit the Tim.
Hand up. Second server. 2-4.
Yes, lad.
Yes, let. 2-4.
Now the referee may wonder which who of the two were going to hit it. I think both were ready. And then no complaints from Tess. So over there. And the great acrobatics. Oh, not a third time, no. No let.
No let. 5-2. Third server.
Yeah, you're good, but racket between the legs, asking for a let when you're off balance, maybe not. And that's it. Finally, the first shot, really see where the player is hitting the crack in the back. And I would expect as the matches go on, the players will be looking for that more, because that shot is available. Right off the back of the rim there, there are many shots where that possibility is open to them. And I expect you'll see more of that as we could ride through. But the air reads it, and now it comes right through. Exactly comes around. And now their play is Intensity is picking up. Ball hit the crack. Just didn't quite come up.
Out. Second server. 6-3.
6-3. Delier. Schnell. Oh, kills it.
Out.
He's starting to they're starting to figure out the angles. And again, another, if you're wondering the dimensions, 26.7 feet width is what it is on these doubles courts. The tin, of course, is down at 13 inches. Well, hardball players would say, yes, that's exactly what our hardball height might have been way back. And that's what makes the court workable with these extremely lightning fast players. And I'm sure we're going to get some questions about that get. We'll just tell them we thought we got it. Because quite frankly, you know, rallies keep going. Very hard to get. What a great enjoyment of squash here. Well, if you're enjoying this, get on the plane, come on down to Squash Moncton. A lot more tomorrow and on Thursday. On Thursday night, whatever match is going to be is really going to be the coaches wanting to see certain things, and they will determine what will players and who they will play. Yes, lad.
Yes, let. Second server from the left. Second server from the left. 4-6.
Again, our markers are in their third or fourth game ever of these doubles, doing a great job. Very tricky working the iPads. You have to appreciate that everything they're marking is now going live on the screen. Everyone here local can follow the score. Unfortunately, we can't quite hook it up to the system for you to see, so we'll have to depend on this announcer telling you the score as we go along. Beautiful
5-6.
Mike McHugh nails smart short post, and that's a point. 5-6. Very much in the game. Delier, yes, lad.
Yes, let.
Delier
5-6.
certainly very comfortable with the forehand and increasingly comfortable with his backhand. He has played a lot on that side, but he's certainly showing his versatility. Did get that son of a gun. Great catch. Oh, perfect cross court. Nails. Andrew nails it. Perfect length.
First server. 7-5.
Very exciting. What you get to see is more dives, because players know they've got a partner they can rely on, and they pretty well can cover the full court, even if they can't get back. So they will do things that you may never see in the singles match in terms of their acrobatics. McHugh seeing a lot of the ball, and as is Delier there. Down the middle. Yes. It was a great shot to play if he wouldn't have done the left. And now the intensity. Whoops. Shawn using his whole body and all of the deceptions. And Mike being extremely steady on that court. A little cat and mouse down the middle. Oh, had to move well. Second, you looking down the middle? Yes, killer. Killer. That's a great power, right down, power down the middle, perfect length.
First
No rebound.
server, 6-7.
Nope. And looks like the girls' ball has just flown over. Oh. And it's just gone back. I think they're just on their practice. 6-7. Yes, lad.
Yes, net. 6-7.
Thank you.
And out.
8-6.
Second server. 8-6.
Here we are at 8-6. Having won the first game. For the air to serve. Just a little pause for a second. Players adjust grips. Oh, nice length. Savvy won't be happy about that. His positioning was slightly off, and that allowed for the opening. Going down the middle. And again, powers it cross court, right into the nick.
Second server. 7-9.
When that opportunity presents, there's no hesitating. And that's exactly what young Savvy, our Canadian 2017 singles champion, just did here. 7-9. Oh, beautiful from the back, holds it back. And again,
First server.
catches Sagby leaning back.
First server. 10-7. Match ball.
And here we are at, I guess, what's match point?
And out.
I think that the air may have been schnoozing. I know he's blaming the court, but I think he was slightly schnoozing on that. It was nothing to do with nothing wrong with the court. Yeah, blame the court. All right, just kidding. Here we go. Islam, all these players can retrieve all of this anytime. Just buys time. They won't win points. Exactly, a beautiful get. pressure's on. Here we go. Now let's take the pressure off. Still being moved around a lot. And a unforced error. He was moving around a lot of that game, and that will complete the match with Andrew and Shawn taking this this set of matches, and that will complete our soirée here in session 2 on Tuesday night at Squash Moncton. Congratulations, gentlemen. Alors, merci à tous pour votre présence. Et cela complète, bien sûr, notre série de matchs pour cette soirée du mardi soir. We welcome you to join us back tomorrow morning, early 9:30 a.m. when the mixed doubles gets underway. And so it'll be early to bed for these athletes. We do have a little barbecue for them, filet mignon steak. So I think they were all happy about that, and that will be served to them. So we are happy to be looking after their needs, but they will be back on court, and we will be back live streaming to you tomorrow at 9:30. Join us. Sam and Nick and Holly and Graham will lead off in the first series of mixed doubles. Danielle and Andrew against Nikki and David, and we look forward to seeing you at that time. Alors, merci à tous. On vous invite à vous rejoindre nous demain matin, mercredi à 9h30 pour les séries de matchs mixtes qui aura Sam et Nick contre Holly et Graham sur un terrain et sur l'autre, Daniel et Andrew et Nikki et David. Sur ça, merci, bonsoir, bonne soirée. Merci à tous.